Welcome back to BikeBeat. The 2026 Honda CBR400R Four has arrived, and if you're someone who's been following middleweight sport bikes or you're a Honda purist nostalgic for the high-revving days of inline-fours, this one's going to grab your attention instantly. Today on BikeBeat, we're diving deep into this all-new machine, everything from the performance specs to real-world ride feel, design choices, pricing, and of course, what makes this bike truly special in today's crowded two-wheeler landscape. Let's start with the core, the heart of the CBR400R Four, and what really sets it apart. As the name suggests, it features a 399 cubic centimeters inline-four engine, a configuration that's become increasingly rare in this segment. In fact, most competitors in the 400 cubic centimeters category, like the Yamaha R3 or Kawasaki Ninja 400, rely on parallel twin setups. Honda's decision to go with a four-cylinder layout here is more than just a nod to the brand's legendary CBR heritage. It delivers a unique riding experience that blends rev-happy performance with buttery smooth power delivery. The engine produces 56 horsepower at 12,000 RPM and 39 Nm of torque at 10,000 RPM. Those are strong numbers for a 400 cubic centimeters machine, and more importantly, the way that power comes in is what defines the ride. Below 6,000 RPM, it's smooth and composed, ideal for city commuting or casual cruising. But crack the throttle past 7,000 and the engine comes alive. That classic four-cylinder wail kicks in, and by the time you're near the 13,500 RPM redline, you're grinning inside your helmet. It feels like a mini supersport, not a beginner bike pretending to be sporty. Paired to a slick 6-speed gearbox and assisted by a slipper clutch, the CBR400R Four offers light shifts with solid feedback. The gear ratios feel well-tuned for both spirited riding and daily usability. Whether you're carving through twisties or cruising at highway speeds, there's always enough power to tap into without needing to over-rev or hunt for gears. Honda has clearly spent time ensuring this isn't just a rev monster but a refined, usable package. Moving on to the chassis, the CBR400R Four features a steel diamond frame that's been newly revised for 2026. It's lighter than before, with subtle geometry changes to sharpen the handling while retaining the characteristic Honda stability. The front end uses a Showa SFF-BP USD fork, 41mm in diameter, a solid upgrade from previous gen units. At the rear, there's a monoshock with adjustable preload. Suspension tuning overall is on the firmer side, reflecting the sport-focused nature of the bike, but it's not harsh. There's enough compliance for real-world roads and imperfections, and on smooth canyon routes, it feels incredibly planted and predictable. Braking comes courtesy of dual 296mm discs up front with radially mounted Nissan calipers and a single 220mm disc at the rear. ABS is standard, but Honda's tuned the system to avoid early intervention, giving experienced riders confidence under hard braking. Feedback at the lever is excellent, progressive and easy to modulate, whether you're trail braking into a corner or scrubbing speed in traffic. Now, let's talk design, and it's clear Honda puts serious thought into the look of this bike. The CBR400R Four has been completely redesigned for 2026, with sharper, more aggressive lines that mirror the bigger CBR600RR and even the Fireblade. The dual LED headlights are slimmer and meaner than before, and the fairings sweep back into a razor-sharp tail section. The paint options are classic Honda, think Grand Prix red, matte pearl white, and a stealthy black metallic, all with clean graphics and minimal clutter. This is a bike that looks fast even when it's standing still. The ergonomics strike a great balance between sportiness and comfort. The clip-on handlebars are slightly raised compared to a true supersport, and the foot pegs are moderately rear-set. The result is a riding position that feels engaged but not punishing, perfect for someone who wants to ride daily but still have that track-ready posture on weekend blasts. Seat height is accessible at 785mm, making it friendly to a wide range of riders. The dash is a fully digital TFT display, 5 inches wide and crisp even in direct sunlight. You get all the essentials: speedo, touch, gear indicator, fuel range, real-time MPG, along with a Bluetooth module for smartphone connectivity. Notifications, calls, and turn-by-turn navigation can be managed through Honda's RideSync app. There's even a USB-C charging port tucked under the seat, which is a nice modern touch. In terms of electronics, the CBR400R Four keeps things simple but smart. There's no traction control or ride modes. A deliberate choice by Honda to maintain rider connection and keep costs down, but you do get emergency stop signal tech, hazard lights that activate automatically under hard braking, and a refined ABS map. For many riders, especially those stepping up from a 250 or twin-cylinder 300, this is the sweet spot between analog feel and essential digital assistance. So, what's it like to ride? In one word, addictive. The inline-four engine is the centerpiece of the experience. It loves to rev, encourages you to chase redline, and it sounds phenomenal doing it. But the beauty of the CBR400R Four is that it's never intimidating. The power delivery is smooth, the handling is intuitive, and everything feels engineered with precision. In city riding, it's surprisingly docile. Light clutch pull, manageable low-speed throttle, and a good turning radius make it just as capable in traffic as it is on mountain roads. Fuel economy, by the way, is another plus. Honda claims 26 km per liter, around 61 miles per gallon, and in mixed riding conditions, we saw around 24 to 25 km per liter, impressive for a four-cylinder that revs this high. With a 17-liter tank, you're looking at a range of over 400 km on a full fill-up. Let's talk price. The 2026 CBR400R Four is currently priced at around 869,000 yen in Japan, that's roughly $6,000 to $6,500 depending on market and taxes. This puts it squarely in competition with bikes like the Kawasaki Ninja ZX4RR and even the Yamaha R7 if you stretch a bit. However, considering the quality of components, the inline-four setup, and Honda's bulletproof reputation, the CBR400R Four offers a ton of value for the money. It's not just about numbers on a spec sheet, it's the total experience. And that brings us to perhaps the most unique selling point of the CBR400R Four, its identity. This isn't a budget beginner bike trying to be sporty. It's a refined, high-revving, lightweight supersport that delivers excitement and usability in one well-balanced package. In a world where emission regulations are slowly killing off small-displacement four-cylinders, Honda is going the other way, reviving a layout that defined a generation of riders. Whether you're a newer rider looking to step up without going straight to a 600 or liter bike, or you're an experienced enthusiast looking for something fun, different, and high-revving for the weekend, this bike speaks to both. It's practical, exciting, and feels engineered from the ground up to deliver maximum joy with minimal compromise. So, final thoughts, the 2026 Honda CBR400R Four isn't just a new model, it's a spiritual successor to bikes like the CB400 Super 4 and the early CBRs that earned Honda its reputation for smooth, high-revving performance. It's a machine built not just with specs, but with soul. And in today's market, that's worth celebrating. If you're in the market for something truly special in the 400 cubic centimeters class, this is it. Not just for how it rides, but for what it represents. Thanks for watching today's deep dive on BikeBeat. Don't forget to like, comment, and let us know what you think of the new CBR400R Four. Would you pick this over the ZX4RR or Yamaha R7? Is this the kind of bike you'd want to see come to more markets globally? Subscribe for more real-world bike reviews and keep the throttle open. We'll see you in the next one. Ride safe.